Hello. Well, probably by myself for a few minutes, but hopefully a few people will join me. I'm going to be painting some bits and we'll just have a chat and see how it goes. Oh, hi, somebody. I'm just saying, I'm general chat and some more of these. Just different ones this time. Yeah. And then, yeah, so I'm hoping that you're all well and doing well. I'm a bit annoyed, but I've got the South eyesight because his daughter went round my stepdaughter's to do some work, and the stepdaughter had been to her dad's and he'd been ill, and turns out he had COVID, and the stepdaughter caught COVID, and the daughter's boss has insisted she get a test, and of course once you have a test now, everyone in the household has to isolate, and I've just started in a new position at work, and so I'm now having to self-isolate. Hopefully the test went off today, hopefully it'll come back negative, and by Saturday, and I can get into work. Being stuck at home an extra couple of days, losing money isn't fun. But how's everyone else doing? As you can see, that's what I'm doing at the moment. It's there will be more colour to it, of course, but I just wanted to do something slightly different with it. Being a slightly different model. And hey, lobsters, where you been? You been ill, or you been visiting friends and relatives, or just taking a hiatus off YouTube because it feel it, and it will give me bad moons. Yes, good choice. I mean, they do say, but I mean, most people go for either Death Star with bare moons, evil sons or goths. I've got a freebooters list I'm working on because I think the freebooter clan trait it's a little bit of a hidden gem and might surprise a few people. But no, it's always good to, I love bare moons, the looters, visiting family. Yeah, it's always good to catch up with family when you can. Well, sometimes anyway, depends on the family. But I'll show you where I am on this in a sec. This is I'm not sure whether I'm going to make this a tractor cannon or the is it the mega cannon mech gun. I'm not sure which version I'll make this. I quite like the quite like the tractor cannon because that's the because that's a what's it? It's a quite a useful vehicle, especially against things that fly, and that auto explode Yeah, so you're not having to roll to hit. You're also hitting. You're depending on what you're targeting. You're hitting on four, threes or fours. So -2 AP, and it's got its uses. So I think you really got to be sure what you're facing and targets with it, but it's quite a useful alternative to the smasher gun, or backup to the smasher gun. Let's get rid of that because I can't see. Oh, yeah, can't see much with that pop up bloody thing. Your Norton is about to expire, or your McVeigh is about to expire, and please renew. So far, anyone else? How's work going and thing? What do we think of the new Death Guard release? Do you think it's going to be going to be strong or any good from what you've seen? And what do you think of the recent updates and changes to a few of the things that have so I mean, so far I've been impressed with it. I think I'm quite looking forward to using the new mechanics. Or if you get second or first turn, I think there is a risk that you will get builds that will try and annihilate their opponent in 2 or 3 turns just to just so they have the luxury of scoring late turn. But there's always been those builds have always been about, I suppose. So it won't change much. What do you reckon? You like that? So, yeah. So it's some sort of silver from army painter, shining silver. I think I said the colour was, and now we're going to just give it a little bit more colour. We'll see. I want the main bits to be pretty cool. I might actually that might be a bit dark, so but that might be pretty cool as a track colour. I'll have to see how it plays on there. Nah, I don't like it. It was worth a try. Who else is it? It's the mech guns from TT Combat. These are the tractor ones that about. Yeah, I mean, this is the tractor version. I did this last of my smasher guns, completed them last week, didn't I? So I love Necrons. I've been shooting them off the board, but don't tell Nick. I'm looking forward to facing his stuff and trying to shoot that off the board. I suppose I should let him have a little go with them and be nice. As he hasn't had much chance to play with them. We'll see. Would it be wicked if I shot them off the board before we used them? I've still got to decide what I'm taking against him, to be honest. I'm not sure whether to take the freebooters or the Goths or the Space Wolves. Oh, no mercy. Cobra Kai, yeah. Too true. But it's not mercy, is it? It's about allowing somebody to have a little bit of fun with their new toys. Just because mine were new once, many moons ago. So, and I got to use them and see what they could do. So I suppose I should return the favour. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. He's a tough opponent anyway. I mean, he's no walkover. So it's just what toys I allow him. I allow him to play with, and what toys I shoot off the board first. Because that's always the important thing, isn't it? You've got to decide what's going to be more threatening to you. Yeah, we haven't played it because of lockdown, so it will be a big game because it'll be sort of. We had one middle last year, just after the first lockdown was eased, and then we haven't been able to play since. So it's, yeah, and they're always big games against Nick, trying to get one over on each other. I mean, in a nice way. And he'll have he's got all his new Chinese toys, hasn't he? So, but he hasn't really had a chance to play with. So, in that sense, it's big because it was pretty much the game we had was the old list, just slightly changed because of the points values have gone changed up. But he's now got the Silent King, and he's also got all the monoliths and the he wants to play. And I'm sort of just want to play against them all, take it all on, doom them all. Nice person I am. Martin Freeman, possibly. I hadn't really thought of it, but yeah, I mean, possibly. He looks dapper for his age, doesn't he? Me, I'll be too much drinking, too much rough stuff. Not living a good life. Being a naughty boy. This is what it does to you. It makes you age poorly. But I enjoyed every minute of it. And I wouldn't, well, I would do it again, yes. I'd do it all over again. Every single second of it. Even bits where I ended up in hospital. But no, I think because Nick's such a tough opponent, and it, it's always a good game, and we are sort of quite competitive with each other, so neither of us particularly likes losing. So, but then again, who does? I want to take on the Dave. I want to take on all the war bosses in one big battle, all at the same time. So 6+ Devo, Scarnier, Red, and the Hobbit. I would love to take all of them on at the same time. Just one mass battle. I'd expect to lose against playing forward, me against four, but I would give them a hell of a run for their money. Exactly, what would I take?